The action-packed Season 3 finale of Star Trek, Strange New Worlds concludes multiple storylines, while it occasionally leans closer toward fantasy than science fiction. Over the course of Strange New Worlds' third season, Captain Christopher Pike Anson Mount and his Enterprise crew have faced everything from terrifying Gorn to broken holodecks, and the conclusion provides something for everyone to do. Written by Dana Horgan and Davey Perez and directed by Maja Vervilo, New Life and New Civilizations carries on the plot that was first begun in Through the Lens of Time, the fifth episode of Star Trek, Strange New Worlds Season 3, which introduced the Vesda and their enigmatic prison. The finale fulfills the promise made in previous episode that the Vesda would return by transporting the Enterprise to a new planet named Skygawan. The truth of Captain Marie Batel's Melanie Scrofano Gorn transformation is finally revealed, Lieutenant. Sam Kirk, Dan Janot, gets more lines than he's had all season, and Dr. Roger Corby Tillian O'Sullivan becomes involved once more. While not everything in the 55-minute episode works, New Life and New Civilizations has its moments and effectively sets up a new beginning for Season 4. The Vesda's return involves a startling character reappearance, the conclusion of Through the Lens of Time, which I adored, made me eager for the Vesda to return. What were these enigmatic beings that even Carol Kane's character, Commander Pelia, was afraid of? Unfortunately, there isn't a clear answer to that issue in the third season finale of Star Trek, Strange New Worlds. As Captain Batel is ready to assume the role of director of Starfleet's JAG office, the episode opens with a celebration in Captain Pike's quarters. However, the Enterprise tracks the Vesda and what's left of Gamble to Skygawan after Dr. Mbenga Babs Olusanmokun, Nurse Chapel Jess Bush, and Lieutenant Scotty Martin Quinn discover fragments of Ensign Gamble's Chris Myers life form in the medical transporter buffer. Although Gamble's comeback was a pleasant surprise, the Vesda's eventual demise was disappointing given how the species had been introduced in Episode 5. The Vesda are portrayed as evil personified, but that's about all we get from the show, and Gamble Vesda is easily beaten in the end. No one saw Captain Batel's transformation take this turn. I supported New Life and New Civilizations up to the major revelation regarding Captain Batel's metamorphosis. The Beholder statue on Vadia 9 shown in Episode 5 and Batel are actually the same thing. Batel has always served as the warden of the Vesda prison because of interdimensional space and certain strange phenomena involving time and causality. Batel is one of the only creatures capable of stopping the Vesda because she is now made of DNA from several species that are said to have defeated them. Batel is astonishingly tolerant of her fate as an everlasting statue, claiming that it is her destiny even if Captain Pike finds it troubling. To save the universe, Spock and Kirk's minds melt or something. The plot between Lieutenant Spock Ethan Peck and Lieutenant Commander James T. Kirk Paul Wesley comes next. Although it's always entertaining to watch these two characters interact, their relationship is drastically altered by their early mind meld. Ultimately, Spock stays aboard the Enterprise as it gets ready for another 5-year expedition to investigate exotic new worlds, while Kirk returns to the Farragut.